Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for March 3rd, 2015. It's a chilly Tuesday morning out there with temperatures ranging from the single digits to lower teens over the far northern interior, upper teens to lower 20s over the suburbs of Philadelphia and New York City, and lower to mid 20s along the coast and in your urban locations. We have high pressure in control with clear skies and winds from the north at around 5 miles per hour. That high pressure system is going to be giving way, and what will be replacing it is another round of wintry mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain this evening, changing over to rain, and that rain could be a big problem for tomorrow. So let's get into this forecast. So for right now, we have our area low pressure down south. We have another area low pressure over the Rockies, and then we have our high pressure system. Now our high pressure system is going to give way and exit out into the Atlantic. Notice this lifting right here. This is warm air at the mid-levels driving northward. And so what's happening here is that we're having this warm air from the Pacific drive into the Arctic air mass, and that's going to produce a wintry mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain tonight. This low pressure system will race up towards the Great Lakes, and then this Arctic cold front will interact with this low pressure system and then drive through our region tomorrow with periods of very heavy rainfall, and then on Thursday, the possibility for some heavier snowfall. Complicated forecast certainly on the way. So when we take a look at our latest radar, it's pretty much high and dry over the northern mid-Atlantic right now. Here comes our precipitation for this evening. Again, starting off with some light snow, changing over to sleet, freezing rain, and finally rain. The forecast that we have out right now is that for the immediate coast, it changes over from snow to rain pretty quickly. It may be a trace to an inch at most, especially on your cold surfaces, but this really isn't a major impact threat for the immediate coast in southern New Jersey at this time. Cold air this time would not be able to lock in because high pressure is leaving, and this time the warm air is incredibly overwhelming. So it will be interesting to watch, but right now it looks like we're looking at pretty much a minor impact event. Watch out for that sleet and freezing rain, though, from 4 to 8 p.m. during your rush hour. It may only be a trace, but that's all you need to create some problems. A little bit further inland, over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area and over southern Connecticut, we're looking at anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snow, followed by sleet and freezing rain, up to about 1/10 of an inch of ice. That sleet and freezing rain will change over to rain between 10 p.m. and 12 a.m. midnight, and as a result, it's going to be a rather icy evening commute on the way, so take some time, use some caution when you're traveling this evening. The good news, though, is that all of this does change over to rain, and we go above freezing by midnight tonight. And then finally, my major concern is over the interior, especially over northern Connecticut, the Hudson River Valley around Poughkeepsie, northwestern New Jersey, and much of northeastern Pennsylvania from Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, Allentown, Reading. It's going to get pretty nasty out there because we're looking at 1 to 3 inches of snow. I wouldn't be surprised if this changes over faster to more of an inch of snow only, and then we really focus on the ice with sleet and freezing rain, with 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of ice again expected. The good news with this storm is that, unlike the other storms, temperatures will go above freezing with this storm, and by midnight, everyone will be over freezing. And so we'll see just plain rain by between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. in this location, but still this evening is going to be rather rough. Now here's my concern with this heavy rain. I'm going to use the GFS model guidance for this morning and from the Penn State UL website. Again, for this afternoon, high pressure exits. Temperatures will rise into the upper 20s to lower 30s this afternoon, and by this evening into the lower to mid 30s by the time we get to the changeover to rain. Temperatures will continue to rise on Wednesday, peaking into the lower to mid 40s over the interior and mid 40s to possibly even a few lower 50s along the coast. Now, my concern here is that you have a lot of snow on the ground, so you have some storm drains are covered with snow, and you're getting moderate to heavy rainfall falling, and that could lead to some localized flash flooding and urban flooding. So use some caution. There could be some moderate to major pounding on the roadways tomorrow, and some of your low-lying areas may deal with some localized flash flooding due to this heavy rainfall with the rivers rising very quickly. Temperatures are going to be well above freezing for the first time in a while, and that's going to lead to some significant melting of the snowpack as well. So there's a lot of factors to keep an eye on. Also, another thing that people might not be talking about all that much, with all this warm air over the snowpack, there could be a potential for some locally dense fog. The winds aren't exactly very strong from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and that could still support some locally dense fog developing, especially tomorrow afternoon and evening. Now, this is where the forecast gets tricky because the Arctic cold front moves through on Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Now, you see this wave of low pressure? This wave of low pressure, supported by this strong disturbance here, will pick up a little bit of Gulf moisture. And this Gulf moisture is going to race northward and head towards the northern mid-Atlantic, just as Arctic cold air comes in. So, on Wednesday afternoon, we're in the 40s. By Thursday morning, we're in the lower to mid 20s. That's how strong this Arctic air mass is. So that's going to lead to a flash freeze, which means there's going to be a significant threat for black ice on Thursday morning, but also rain changing over to snow, and this snow may be heavy at times, especially from the New York City metropolitan area on south. So we're going to have to watch that very, very carefully to see how that evolves. There's a lot of moving factors here that we have to watch. How fast does the cold air come in, at what speed, how fast the temperatures drop, how much moisture is left over. So I'm going to wait a little bit on snowfall accumulations, but it looks like the best potential for a moderate to heavy snowfall will be over the New York City metropolitan area on south. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go on through the day. That cold front will exit, skies will clear out by the time we get to late Thursday evening into Friday morning with high pressure in control on Friday. Look for temperatures on Friday in the single digits for lows, high temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. High pressure remain in control for Saturday and for Sunday with scattered cloud cover and temperatures slowly moderating. On Saturday, look for low temperatures in the lower to mid teens, high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. On Sunday, low temperatures in the lower to mid 20s, high temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s. And on Monday, high pressure remaining in control with scattered cloud cover and temperatures still below normal for this time of year, but not as cold. Upper teens to lower 20s for lows and upper 30s to lower 40s for highs. That's your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Thank you for following NYNJPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.